We continue with a story of political manipulation, mass hysteria, and calculated genocide. A tale that reveals how economic interests and ancient prejudices can merge into systematic murder. February 14th, 1349, Strasbourg. The day an entire Jewish community of several thousand souls was publicly burned alive in one of the most methodical massacres of the Black Death era. February 9th, 1349. The morning air in Strasbourg carries more than the usual sense of a medieval city bread baking, horses in the streets, smoke from countless hearths. Today it carries the electricity of revolution. Craftsmen and artisans gather before the massive Gothic cathedral, faces set with determination that's been building for months. The cobblestones echo with their footsteps as hundreds of guild members converge on the city's most sacred space. Peter Schwarber, the Ammonmeister, the mayor, watches from his window as the crowd grows. He knows what's coming. For years, he's walked a political tightrope, balancing merchants, nobles, and craftsmen, all while maintaining the city's policy of protecting its Jewish population. Today, that balance collapses. The guilds step forward before the cathedral. Their message is simple and devastating. The master tradesmen have too much power, and the people will no longer tolerate it. But everyone understands the unspoken truth: this revolt has a second target. The Jews whom Schwarber has defended. Behind the scenes, noble families, the Zorns and the Millenheims, exiled for 17 years, have been plotting a comeback. With the Bishop of Strasbourg's help, they've turned the guild revolt into a political weapon. Their secret weapon? Anti-Semitism. The Jewish community of Strasbourg lives in a paradox. Forbidden by law from owning land or farming, they've been forced into money lending, the only profession allowed to them. Their loans fund the city's trade, its merchants, even its nobles. But their success also makes them hated. The same people who need them most resent them most. As the Black Death spreads through Europe, whispers begin. Jews are poisoning wells, spreading the plague, plotting against Christians. Ancient lies, reborn in panic. Pope Clement VI issues papal bulls condemning these accusations, calling them lies of the devil. But his words mean nothing to local leaders who see a chance to profit. The craftsmen before the cathedral aren't acting out of hysteria. This is a planned revolution with genocide as its second phase. The bishop, nobles, and guilds coordinate every move. Schwarber and his allies try to stop them, even putting Jews on trial to prove their innocence. But even when no confession comes, the accused are executed. The theater of justice has become murder. The Jewish quarter is sealed off, supposedly for protection. But everyone knows it's a trap. Outside the walls, meetings are taking place in Benfeld, where the bishop and local rulers plan the coordinated destruction of Jewish communities across Alsace. By February 9th, the coup is complete. Schwarber and his allies are deposed. Bekulp the butcher becomes the new Ammonmeister, his very title a dark omen. The nobles return to power after 17 years. The bishop clears his debts, the guilds rejoice, and the city begins preparing for mass killing. February 14th dawns cold and clear. The Jewish quarter, under guard for weeks, awaits its fate. The people know what's coming. Under the pretense of relocation, soldiers lead the Jews from their homes toward the cemetery chosen with chilling symbolism. Workers have built a massive wooden structure there. The citizens line the streets as thousands of Jews are marched through the city. Some cheer. Others watch silently, afraid to speak. At the cemetery, the lie falls away. The structure isn't shelter, it's a furnace. The authorities offer one last choice: convert and live. Most refuse. The killing lasts 6 days. The structure burns again and again, rebuilt as needed. The cemetery becomes a factory of death. The smoke covers the city. The smell of burning bodies fills the air. No one can claim ignorance. While people burn, their homes are looted. Gold, silver, books, furniture, everything taken. The looting is organized, not chaotic. Debtors claim their creditors' property. The bishop's debts vanish in the fire. Nobles enrich themselves. The guilds divide the spoils. Among the stolen goods are sacred manuscripts and Jewish texts, centuries of learning scattered into Christian libraries and private collections. The murderers profit even as they preach salvation. When the fires finally die out, Strasbourg has no Jews left. The quarter stands empty. The synagogues are silent. The cemetery is now a mass grave. The conspirators celebrate. The nobles reclaim power. The bishop's influence grows. The artisans receive their bloody rewards. But their victory is an illusion. The Black Death still comes. It kills without discrimination in cities that burned Jews and in those that didn't. The lie that genocide could stop the plague collapses under its own horror. The massacre achieved nothing but the destruction of thousands of innocent lives. Strasbourg's leaders used fear, debt, and prejudice to consolidate power and enrich themselves, turning mass murder into public policy. The story of February 1349 is more than medieval anti-Semitism. It's a warning. It shows how societies can be convinced that evil is righteousness, how fear can be turned into a weapon, and how profit can justify atrocity. The wooden death chamber is long gone. The smoke has vanished, but the lesson remains. When hatred and greed unite, they can burn the world.